Take a moment with me. Just pause for a second. Your space looks fine on the surface, yet something about it still feels heavy. You clean, put things back where they belong, but the room never quite feels settled. There are items you keep moving around not because they're useful, but because you don't know where they should go anymore. This video isn't about a dramatic reset or perfect organization. It's about noticing what quietly takes up space in your home and in your mind. Now I'll share 8 simple, realistic ways to let go of what's no longer necessary and shape a space that feels calmer and easier to live in without pressure, guilt, or a big burst of motivation. First, start by letting go of old or unnecessary items because when your lifestyle changes, your belongings should evolve with it. Opening your wardrobe is like opening an old book where each piece of clothing is a chapter you've closed a long time ago. Items that once were your favorites no longer fit or are in style, but you keep them like faded memories. Even though they're no longer needed, you hold on to them out of habit or emotional reasons, and they end up taking up valuable space, making your living area feel cramped and suffocating. You might have had a favorite shirt that you wore all the time and never got tired of, but now it no longer fits or doesn't match your current style. Yet, you still keep it in your closet thinking, maybe one day I'll wear it again. These items, even though you no longer use them, take up precious space in your home, creating invisible lumps that you keep avoiding every time you need to clean. When your lifestyle changes, your belongings should change as well. If you hold on to items that no longer serve your purpose, they not only take up space but also create stress and clutter. You might feel frustrated looking at unnecessary items, and that feeling will continue to make cleaning feel exhausting. We often hold on to things out of nostalgia or just out of habit. But when your space is full of things that no longer add value, it's hard to find comfort and freshness in your home. Try starting by asking yourself, is this item still relevant to my life? If the answer is no, don't hesitate to let it go. You can donate, sell, or simply throw it away if it no longer serves you. The feeling of relief after cleaning will help you create a more comfortable space and start the new year with a fresh, lighter feeling. And speaking of making space, have you ever stopped to think about how your home might actually be working against you without you realizing it? In my next video, I'll dive into the subtle ways your space can hinder your efforts to stay organized, and I'll share simple but effective solutions to turn your environment into a supportive space that helps you thrive. You won't want to miss it. Next, notice the items that trigger procrastination, since anything that constantly makes you anxious is quietly draining your energy every day. There are certain items or papers that trigger procrastination every time you glance at them, like loose screws falling out of a toy that you just can't put back together. These could be unfinished tasks, piles of paperwork waiting to be processed, or items in need of repair that you keep postponing. Every time I look at these, it feels like something's left undone, which creates an overwhelming sense of stress, like a puzzle missing a piece that I just can't complete. This lingering feeling of procrastination causes you to hesitate and struggle to get started on solving the problem or cleaning up. I've certainly been there myself, leaving a stack of papers on my desk or ignoring a broken appliance that I know needs fixing. Each time I look at those piles, the anxiety builds up and the task gets pushed further down the to-do list. The solution is simple: break the task down into manageable steps. For instance, if you have a stack of paperwork, instead of letting it sit and overwhelm you, tackle it right away. Create 3 boxes, one for things to keep, one for things to handle later, and one for things to throw away. This simple action of sorting through small tasks will help you feel more in control and create a sense of accomplishment with each step. You don't need to handle everything all at once. Just take one small action, and over time, everything will start falling into place. Don't let procrastination keep you stuck. By addressing one thing at a time, you'll feel lighter, more confident, and closer to finishing what you started. But not everything has to be discarded. Sometimes repurposing old items can be a creative and satisfying solution. Let's explore the next tip on how to creatively reuse your belongings. Then, before throwing things away, consider whether old items can be repurposed, turning clutter into something useful and meaningful again. Instead of discarding old items, consider repurposing them. Items that are no longer useful can often be transformed into something new and functional. This is not only a great way to save space, but it also allows you to get creative while reducing waste. For example, that old t-shirt you never wear again could easily be turned into a trendy handbag or a comfy decorative pillow. Or if you have a cabinet that's seen better days, you can give it a fresh coat of paint and turn it into a stylish bookshelf or a unique piece of decor for your living room. Repurposing old items doesn't just help with reducing waste. It also brings a sense of accomplishment when you turn something you no longer use into something fresh and new. Plus, it saves you money since you're not buying new things. Get creative with your old items, and you'll be amazed by what you can come up with. Repurposing also adds sentimental value to your space. Each item you give new life to carries a story, turning your home into a place full of memories and meaningful touches. Once you've refreshed your living space, don't forget to declutter and simplify your workspace. A clean, organized desk can set the tone for a productive new year. Let's explore the next tip to make your workspace more functional and efficient. After that, simplify your workspace by keeping only what you truly need on your desk so focus can come naturally instead of being forced. A tidy workspace is essential for boosting productivity and maintaining focus. Since your desk is where you spend a significant amount of time each day, keeping it organized and clutter-free with only necessary items is crucial. A messy workspace can easily lead to distractions, making it harder to complete tasks efficiently. I remember when my desk used to be filled with papers, pens, random items, and even old coffee cups that I never bothered to clean. I told myself that I would get to it later, but that later never seemed to come. Every time I sat down to work, I was distracted by the clutter around me, and it made staying focused even harder. I realized that the more I kept, the harder it was to keep track of what really mattered for my tasks. Start by removing all the unnecessary items from your desk. Get rid of old papers, unused objects, or anything that adds to the clutter. The key is to keep only the essentials, the things you use daily. By doing this, a clean desk will allow you to focus more on your work and increase your productivity. When your desk is neat, not only will you feel more at ease, but you'll also experience a clearer mindset. A clutter-free environment helps reduce stress, making it easier to work effectively. This is especially important when you're gearing up for a new year, aiming for a fresh start with energy and clarity. One effective way to maintain tidiness is by applying the 80-20 rule. The principle suggests that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Similarly, 80% of your work is usually done with only 20% of the items on your desk. By applying this rule, you can focus on the items you truly need and remove the rest. Let's explore how to implement this principle in the next tip. Now apply the 80-20 rule to your belongings, recognizing that most of what you use comes from a surprisingly small portion of what you own. If you look around and feel surrounded by so many things but realize you only use a small portion of them, you're not alone. The 80-20 rule shows that 80% of the time you only use 20% of your belongings and the rest just takes up space without adding real value. This can make your living space feel cramped and make you feel like you can't control everything around you. Often, we keep things because of habit or because we think, maybe I'll use this someday. But the reality is that the clothes you only wear a few times a year or the items you rarely use are just taking up space, making everything more cluttered. Every time you open your closet and see unused items, the pressure of your living space builds up and it makes you feel frustrated and uncomfortable. To solve this, go through your things and ask, is this really necessary in my current life? Sometimes we hold on to things just because they've been around for a long time, but they no longer fit or serve a purpose. Removing the items that don't belong in the 20% of things you actually use will make your space more comfortable and easier to maintain. This will reduce the feeling of being overwhelmed by unnecessary things and create a cleaner, more spacious environment. Another simple way to sort your belongings is by organizing them by color. When you sort your items by color, you'll quickly see what's unnecessary. Let's dive into how to do this in the next tip. Next, try sorting your items by color because seeing everything clearly often reveals what no longer fits your taste or your life. When you organize everything by color, you'll easily notice items you no longer need, colors you no longer enjoy, or things you rarely use. I recently opened my closet and realized I had several shirts in shades of blue, but I only ever wore the same few that were more neutral or suited my current style. Then, there were the bright, bold-colored shirts that I wore once or twice for special occasions, but had rarely touched since. These items took up valuable space in my closet, but they didn't contribute to my daily wardrobe choices. To address this, I decided to try organizing my belongings by color. I started with my clothes, shoes, and even my decor. When everything was laid out by color, it was so much easier to see what I actually wear regularly and what I hadn't worn in months. I found myself quickly realizing that many of the items I had kept were either outdated or no longer matched my style. I was able to let go of things that no longer suited me and make space for more practical, everyday items. Besides sorting by color, another helpful tip is to organize your belongings not based on old habits but according to your current lifestyle. For example, I used to keep some books and decor on display simply because they had always been there. But now that my work routine and hobbies have changed, I realized these items no longer served any purpose. Reorganizing everything to match my current lifestyle made my space feel fresher and more in tune with my needs. This not only made my living space more functional, but it also helped me declutter my mind. Let's move on to the next tip to keep simplifying your life. Then organize your space based on current needs rather than old habits, allowing your home to support who you are now, not who you used to be. Have you ever felt like you're organizing your belongings the same way you always have, even though it no longer suits your current lifestyle? This habit can make your space cluttered and inefficient. Items that are too old or no longer serve your current needs can take up space and create a disorganized feeling, making you feel uncomfortable in your own space. How you organize your space shouldn't be something you hold on to just because it's always been that way. If you've changed jobs, routines, or even your lifestyle, your living space needs to change accordingly. For example, if you've shifted from working in an office to working at home, your workspace needs to be reorganized to be as effective and comfortable as possible. Old items may no longer be suitable for your new way of working, and now's the time to adjust your space to fit your current habits and goals. The simple solution is to assess all the items in your living space and organize them based on how you use them now. Remove things that no longer serve your new lifestyle and replace them with more suitable items. By doing this, not only will your space become more organized, but you'll also feel more at ease and comfortable every day. Finally, a small habit every evening can help keep your space neat. Just spend a few minutes each night tidying up your things and cleaning, and you'll see how much more pleasant and convenient your living space becomes. Finally, create a simple cleaning habit before bed, since just a few minutes each night can reset your space and your mind for the next day. One of the simplest ways to maintain a neat space every day is to create the habit of cleaning before bed. Just 5 to 10 minutes each night spent organizing your space will help you wake up in the morning to a clean and comfortable environment, bringing relaxation and ease right from the start of the day. You've probably experienced the overwhelming feeling of waking up to a cluttered space or a desk full of paperwork. This not only makes you feel tired immediately, but also affects your mood and productivity throughout the day. The clutter makes you feel out of control, and when you start the day in a disorganized space, you're likely to feel stressed right from the morning. To avoid this, spend a few minutes every night doing simple things like putting things back in place, throwing out trash, and cleaning your desk. You'll be surprised at the difference it makes the next day. You don't need to clean the entire room, just make sure everything is put away and unnecessary things are gone. This is an effective way to keep your living space comfortable and easy to manage. The feeling of waking up to a clean space is incredibly relaxing. When you don't have to face clutter first thing in the morning, your mood will improve and you'll start your day with clarity and energy. So why not try this habit every night? Just a few minutes to maintain order will keep your space comfortable and help reduce stress, giving you a fresh start to each new day. I'd love to hear how you keep your workspace tidy and organized. Do you apply any of these tips, or have you found a method that works best for you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to see how you manage your space. Remember, a clutter-free workspace can make all the difference in your productivity, so don't hesitate to take those small steps toward a cleaner, more focused environment. If you're curious about how your home might actually be working against you without you even realizing it, make sure to check out my next video, where I'll dive into how your space could be subtly sabotaging your productivity and how to fix it. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on living and working smarter. I'll see you in the next one.